Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Living the Dream podcast. Yes, I'm Mark Cridland. I'm the one that tries to hold this all together, and I'm joined as usual by our irregular comedians. They are Mr. AMJ, that's Adam Morrison Jones, and Mr. Paul Tingy. Yes, they try to bring the funny to the situation, and we bring up some weird stuff. This is episode 3 of our newly regenerated podcast, and we're calling it Balls. Balls. We talk about the heat, Freedom Day, the weird flavour ice cream that's just been brought out in America, and North Koreans have been ordered to not be like South Koreans. A bit odd, but yeah. We also talk about the hundreds of balls that have been hidden under a house. And we discuss our old Living the Dream live radio show jingles, because we're bringing some of them back. And of course we have our now world famous quiz with a celebrity comedian guest. And this week we have our reoccurring stand-in, stand-up, Mr. Trevor Feelgood. Yes, he's back again, standing in and doing a spectacular job as he always does. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy another week of Living the Dream.
Am I a dreamer? Am I a dreamer?
How are you, boys? I can see
I'm
your
right,
moves.
Just for a bit of a kind of an audio thing, if you listen along, just see Paul's nipple. It's quite an impressive nipple, quite an outie. Thanks, mate.
It's extremely hot this week in the UK, so we're all sweating our balls off. As can be expected, really. So, how's everyone been coping with the heat?
I haven't minded it so much because I'm kind of thankful for the heat being here. One, I'm ginger, so the minute there's a little bit of sun, I burn. Two, I've still been wearing masks every now and then in shops. But the thing I found, like every bit of clothing I own is black, including the face mask. And like the minute you go into somewhere, you just come out like a pool of sweat.
Yeah,
it's not great.
Yeah, everything I've got is pretty much black. There's not much that's not black. I mean, today I've actually got grey shorts and this light blue linen shirt on, just because, to make a change, because I'm always wearing black, and it's like, no, we need something light to try and reflect the heat away, but it's not really worked that well.
And I've just been wearing shorts throughout the day. I've not left the house. I've been leaving the house at night time because I'm working nights this week, so that's always good fun.
It's the perfect time to go out to work.
Yeah, at home I can walk around topless and get loads of sleep in that lovely heat, because it's so easy to sleep when it's hot.
Yeah. Have you got aircon at work though?
Yes.
So you're
that's
all
why
right.
I'm gutted I'm not there during the day, because at night it's a bit cooler. I also work in the big fridge, so it's constantly air conditioned.
Yes, you're all right. I went to the office today and we got no air conditioning in the office, so it was just open every single window and just try to survive.
How have you, sexy cats, been surviving freedom so far this week?
Because
now that
Freedom
we're
Day
allowed
was
to be
Monday.
free.
You say it's free. I mean, most shops still want you to wear masks. Most places still asking you to wear masks. So there's not really a lot of difference.
I had someone at work moaning at me because I asked them to put their mask on, and this was on Monday, so it was bound to happen, Freedom Day and all that. And he went, "Oh, it's not law anymore." And I said, "Yeah, but you wear white wellies down in the factory because it's company policy. It's company policy to wear your mask whilst moving around. So put it on. If you don't like it, go home." I don't have the authority to send people home, but I was on the power trip.
Have you ever done that and then had to explain it later?
No, I just go down and speak to their relevant managers and go, "He just walked out."
You just walked out. You just stormed off.
I told him to do something that's within our policies and procedures, and he didn't like it. So I say he because a woman hasn't done it yet, but I've had 3 men storm out of the business of me confronting them.
I spoke to someone once, and he left. He got his stuff on, went to the coach. Then I spoke to head office, and they went, "You know, you've got no authority to do that." I went, "Oh crap!" So I had to get a taxi to the coaches and get him back and apologise. That was a great moment in my life of going like, you know, I sacked it. Turns out I couldn't. I said, I didn't say that. I said, right, I think you've got another chance. Come on, let's turn it round. I remember thinking, this is the most embarrassing moment of my life.
There's a
It's in
great
the
bit of
top
butt
five.
covering. Oh dear.
Am I a dreamer? Am I a dreamer?
But in this heat, of course, one thing that is really great that you can have to help cool down is a bit of ice cream.
Cheese. Oh,
No, ice cream.
yeah.
And but there is this brand new ice cream flavour that is now available. I think it might only be available in the USA, but you never know. It might come over here. It is macaroni and cheese flavoured ice cream.
Oh, I wasn't far off when I said cheese.
No, you
I only
wasn't.
said cheese because of grate and not cheese grater.
You can f***ing keep it there.
So it is the Van Leeuwen Ice Cream Company, working together with Kraft, who make their own macaroni and cheese product, and they've worked together to make this lovely macaroni and cheese flavoured ice cream.
Just think, they now own Cadbury as well, Kraft.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
this crazy world we're living in.
It's a big company. Yeah, Kraft merged with Heinz. They're now North America's third largest food and beverage company.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah. They released this special ice cream flavour to coincide with the National Macaroni and Cheese Day over in the US, which was earlier this week.
Of course, that's got its own day in America.
Of course
it has.
because they love the macaroni and cheese stuff in a packet over there.
I tell you what, did you ever have macaroni and cheese out of a tin when you were younger?
Yes.
The Heinz.
That was the macaroni and cheese my mum used to give us, and I really didn't like it. So I grew up hating macaroni and cheese, and somebody made it from scratch, and it was a game changer. It was one of the best dinners I've ever eaten.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe it was just my childlike mind not liking it. So I brought a tin to have at work to heat up in the microwave. Obviously, I took out the tin before putting it in the microwave. I'm not that crazy. It was still foul. Turns out macaroni cheese does not belong in a can.
No, it's just a bit wrong.
That everything on the Heinz tin stuff, 90% of the Heinz stuff in the tin is crap. I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it. You've got your tomato soup, you've got your spaghetti, you've got your baked beans, fried beans. That's all you need. There is no other Heinz products that are any good.
What about their Heinz big breakfast in a can?
I stand by what I said. The Heinz breakfast in a can. That's last resort. That's Harvest Festival type crap.
Aldi do a version, and I won't lie, I've been partial to that before.
Have you?
And I've eaten it cold as well. How about that?
Mate,
Why not?
I'm still eating meat, so like it's got a limited everything. Let alone the idea. I'd love a full breakfast in the can, but nah. What's in the full breakfast in the can though? I presume it's a sausage.
Sausage, beans, bacon, hash brown, mushroom. That was in the last.
So
it's been a good 8 years since I last had one. I like to point out.
There's no black pudding.
No
egg.
I don't think egg would really work in a can.
I think they scramble the egg. They scramble the egg, preserve it, and then it goes in with all the other stuff.
Oh, that sounds
They can't do that though because they need to heat the can up to 123 degrees Celsius for 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Or was it 1 hour? 1 minute and 23 seconds.
Egg.
What was that?
Fake egg. Feg.
Egg.
Like that McDonald's eggs from the 90s.
Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah.
I found out how they made that fake egg. They used real egg to make the fake egg. They had like these two big cylinder things, and they put the egg right around the outside cylinder and the yolk in the middle, and it was like a big egg sausage.
Wow.
Okay.
Just around the same time you decided to tell the people at McDonald's how to make a Big Mac and never got the job.
No, actually, I found that out before I went for a job at McDonald's and got turned down. Thanks for
Yeah.
reminding
Right.
me of one of the lowest points in my life, AMJ.
I worked at McDonald's on the ferries.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Game
on the
changer.
Fantasia.
How was it?
Yeah, it was on the Fantasia. McDonald's was on. I worked on the Fantasia, but it was on most of the Stena Line ships.
Did you serve anyone famous at McDonald's whilst working on the ferries?
Not sure.
My brother he worked in the canteen, and there was a supermodel, and he was convinced he knew her, but he only knew her because she was a supermodel. And in his mind, he was like convinced he knew her from school or something. And he went, "I'm sure I've come across you before." At which point she giggled and went, "You probably have, you dirty little get."
What a lad. Different times.
Nice.
Hey, Mark, at the end of the shift, Ridders, did all the brooms just sweep everything up themselves on the Fantasia?
Yeah, that's how it worked. It was magical. It really was.
Magical. And a little mouse with an axe tried to cut them up.
Yeah, it was quite entertaining.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm referencing that. It doesn't work. And like, who's listening to this thing? Oh, there's not enough reference.
You say it doesn't work, AMJ, but they referenced it in a few TV programs I've been watching recently. So don't be so hard on yourself.
I won't.
Good.
Do you know what? I'm going to be more upbeat about everything in life.
Yeah.
Good
90% of life.
Just don't take it too far, because I mean, if you lived in North Korea, you'd get in trouble for that. Have you heard what's going on over there?
Yeah.
I've been reading a lot about North Korea recently. I'm fascinated about it.
Wow.
Critters, give us the news.
The main headline says, young North Koreans ordered to stop speaking, dressing and dancing like South Koreans or else.
Yes, the or else is a bit scary. It's almost death.
Yes, and then there's a nice picture of Kim Jong-un staring at the cameraman, which must have been quite scary for him. Because, of course, most people will know that North Korea is quite conservative, and everyone has to do exactly what he says because he's a dictator.
He's a dick. I think something similar happened locally as well, didn't it? When like people at Dover were ordered not to dress like the people at Folkestone.
North Korea is really, really cracking down on the whole South Korean culture because, the kids are singing and dancing, and you're not allowed to do that in North Korea. You have to be very regimental.
It's like Oliver Cromwell is over there as their dictator.
Oh.
Some of the punishments are disgusting as well. Like, there's a great series on Netflix about tyrants at the moment. I suggest people check it out. I won't say the full show because we ain't getting no money.
No.
Is Cridland? Yeah.
What?
That show. He's a tyrant. He's not paid us once yet, and we know royalties are coming in now.
I can feel it.
Royalties.
Yeah. But what? We must have at least £1.75 each waiting for us now.
I think royalties. You're getting confused, like Harry. There ain't no royalties.
Whoa. Whoa, let's not open up that rabbit hole.
He's writing a book, isn't he?
Is he?
He is. He's called to Budgie the Little Helicopter.
No, that was Sarah Ferguson.
I know that. Oh, I am crap tonight. Sorry, guys. Like, more so than usual.
Less than last week.
Terrible jokes about Fantasia. A joke about Budgie the Little Helicopter.
Don't worry, I referenced in so people knew what you was talking about, AMJ.
Yeah.
Well, there shouldn't be. Like, do you know what? I only speak if I genuinely have something funny to say.
Well, he's going to be silent for the rest of the night then.
Hey.
Be a long time. Hey.
Am I a dreamer? Am I a dreamer?
We was talking about McDonald's a moment ago. Did we talk about McDonald's?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. You wasn't dreaming.
Yeah, the egg. Yeah, and they didn't give me a job, bastards. However, I have probably spent at least a year's wage in there since then. But a bit of weird news that I had was a woman got revenge on rude McDonald's customer after row in the drive-through queue. How do you think she got her own back?
what she did is she went on the BBC and they had a massive game show, and it ended up with her being gunned.
Oh, that'd be perfect with a DBP doing the Gungeon live.
Yeah, in a McDonald's drive-through, straight through the sunroof. It was terrible. Didn't even have any guns. It was just ketchup and mayo. Horrible scenes. Horrible.
So, unsurprisingly, it was a Karen who was being rude to the person in the front, to the McDonald's worker, and it was the person in the car behind them that played a song to make everybody in the queue laugh and ease the tension a little bit. What was the song?
Joel Daltrey, shut up your face.
Shut up your face. What's the matter, you? Hey, you beat England.
Was it McDonald's, gonna take a fried chicken and a Pizza Hut?
Did you know they met in the Folkestone McDonald's? The fast food rockers.
Really?
Sung that song. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Ronald did.
Ronald lives in Folkestone. No, I'm afraid you're both wrong.
Huh.
This would have been a great question for Dave, actually. He'll probably ask it next week. It was, move, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. They played it very loudly through their car speakers after 15 minutes waiting in the queue.
Oh.
That's a bit mean.
Did the Karen turn around and go, oh, balls?
No, I think she went off and went, I'm going to speak to the manager.
I'm going to rally in a blog. Why are we using the word Karen now? Like, this is why I don't like society. Can we just refer to people in the good old-fashioned way as a why have we changed it? I know lots of lovely Karens.
So
I don't think I've ever met a horrible Karen.
She's lovely. Karen
What
Underwood.
name?
She's called Karen Jordan now. But when she was my TA at school, primary school, Karen Underwood, she's lovely. She's a lovely Karen. She's never moaned to a manager.
That you know of?
No, I
Well,
know. I know.
He knows.
No.
If he knows anything, he knows. Well, why don't we go with a different name then? Why don't we go with another name? So every time we're referencing, we don't use the name Karen. I say he's Alexa to really mess people up.
These are what?
Alexa. Oh,
Yeah. AMJ has set his Alexa off. I'm glad he didn't say, hey Google, because it would set mine off.
Alexa, say piss off, AMJ.
I don't understand.
I don't know that one.
Mine said, I don't understand. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Alexa, shut up.
So I reckon what we should do, is use the name Ophelia.
Ophelia.
I know an Ophelia, though.
I love that name.
I'm trying to think if there's anyone we've all worked with that we can subtly just use their name without
Sharon.
knowing, but
MC.
No. Sharon.
Sharon, no, I'll be lynched. I can see it there.
Right.
Nah, she's lovely.
That's a shame, because I'm sure Sharon will listen back to this at some point. You should have seen AMJ's eyes widen with fear as soon as Critter said Sharon. What have you done?
She knows.
Is she on the Tyrant Netflix show? Because you look genuinely scared then.
You know what? It's a weird thing. Is I'm not scared of her in the slightest, but I know, like, one day it just takes the wrong pushing or something, and I'll be dead. And I'm not an easy client to work with. Let's be honest.
No, you're not.
No. We all know. That's why we're here.
Yeah, it's your idea to get the band back together, and you've missed the most episodes.
Yeah. You're
Well, that's
bullsed
exactly
up.
as it used to be.
Yeah. Jay Critters had a reason to miss the episodes. His tune was giving him a bit of jip.
Yeah.
Am I a dreamer? Am I a dreamer?
I've got another news story before we go over to the quiz. This one is it's another American one, and it's about a guy who was doing a bit of building work on his own house, a bit of renovating, and he came across 160 somethings buried under his house. What were they?
Was it E.T. Atari games?
No, he'd be rich if they were.
He wouldn't be. They found a load in the desert. Have you not heard about that story?
No.
Basically, because they rushed the E.T. Atari game, it was a load of pants and no one really wanted to buy it. So they buried about 2,000 copies of it in the desert and someone found them a few years ago.
Bloody hell.
Fly tipping at its finest.
Yeah.
Barbie dolls, TY Teddies, Beanie Babies.
Beanie Baby. Ronald McDonald figurines.
PG Tips cards.
Copies of Michael Bolton's album Female.
Michael Balls.
Michael Ballsy.
You're very close with that, AMJ.
Oh, was it?
Was it Michael Ball himself?
Michael Ball. The fingers are close. So
an envelope. He was there.
You're still close.
Oh, can you give us a clue?
What does I mean?
It was a type of ball.
Was it? Oh, well, did it used to be a
Powerball.
Was it a load of dog bollocks?
Pokeballs.
No.
Was it a load of dog bollocks?
The dog bollocks used to be a vets, and they put all the balls in the garden.
I don't think that's what they do with them.
No.
No, it was 160 bowling balls underneath his house as
Big is the house to have 160 bowling balls in there.
Yeah, well, it was used as filler in the foundations, which I suppose they are pretty solid. So that helps. And now, of course, he can go bowling as much as he likes.
Unless he wants his house to fall down, if it's used for foundations.
Oh, he's taken them out. He's taken them all out, and it was just under the section of the house that he was taking down to renovate. So it's fine. He managed to take them all out, and then he's replaced it all with solid stuff. But he said it's actually made it easier because he was having to take out everything that was in that foundation area anyway, and it's easier to pick up a ball and roll it down the garden than it is to pick up a load of sand and chuck that down the garden. So it made his life easier, and now he's got a shed load of bowling balls.
I think he bought all those bowling balls over the course of the last 10 years and didn't tell his wife. So then, when redoing the foundation, like, oh look, it's all some bowling balls. Similar to the comic that hold this place together.
I'll tell you what, this kind of reminds me of a story of one of my friends whose wife thought that he was having an affair because he'd bought a load of new golf clubs that cost around £2,500. So, in another currency, that's about 150 years worth of shoes. And so he bought all these golf clubs, and he said to his and his old golf clubs were in the spare bedroom. And one night he said to his wife, "I'm going golf tomorrow with my mates." So she said, "All right then." And he forgot to take the old clubs with him because he used to put his old clubs in the van and take his new ones out for the game. And he forgot to take the old clubs with him. And his phone died whilst he was gone. And he was gone for a good 14, 15 hours. And he came back and she said, "Well, where have you been all day? Your golf clubs are upstairs." And so he was in real trouble until he went, "No, come to the car, love." And he told her that the new golf clubs only cost him £700.
Only?
Bloody hell.
When his driver costs £750.
Am I a dreamer? Am I a dreamer?
Before we head over to the quiz, just wanted to update everyone because when we were doing the Living the Dream live show, we had all of our guests that came on. We got them to do a little jingle, which went a little bit like,
"Hello, I'm Trevor Feelgood, and I'm a dreamer."
So, and of course we had the woman that sang this song that we use quite often. We just a reminder, especially for all these new listeners for the podcast, Janice Robinson, who actually sang that song for Living Joy, did this for us.
Hi, this is Janice Robinson, and I'm a dreamer. And yes, I'm the original singer of Living Joy, and I'm a dreamer. And you're listening to Living the Dream Radio. Have a blessed day. Peace. Peace.
Which was pretty awesome. We managed to get her. So we've now got a couple of additional ones.
Hello, I'm Steve Nightingale, and I'm a dreamer.
And this one.
Hello, I'm Amanda Bush, and I'm a dreamer.
So any new comedians that we get on to, I'm not saying new comedians, but new people on our show, yes, they're gonna have to do one of these as well. So we had, we even have one of these from ages ago.
My name is Dave O'Flynn, and I am a dreamer.
See, old Dave O'Flynn, a singer.
My name is Hannah, and I am a dreamer.
See, she's
singing in Morrison's car park this Sunday.
She is. This guy isn't, though, because he's still in Portugal.
My name is Martin Jonathan, and I am a dreamer.
And, of course, an old guest of ours who sadly passed away a couple of months back, and, of course, we did have a little bit of a tribute to him, but, yeah, when he came on...
Hi, my name's Nick Higton, and I'm a dreamer.
Oh, see? All these nice people that do these for us. So yeah, any new guests? So if our guest that is planned for next week comes on, you'll have to ask them beforehand. Can you do one of these? And we'll do it. We'll record it when we're doing the show.
And can we get Dave and Geraldine to do one?
Yeah, I reckon we could do that.
Good.
Why not? So I think it's time to get Dave in for the quiz. Do you reckon?
Yeah,
I reckon it's time.
He's
Can we
currently
hear
on the
some?
sofa at the moment. He's got an ice in each one of his trunk holes, and he's got ice cubes down his pants.
Haven't we all, dear? Haven't we all?
Dave, are you there?
Oh, hi,
Woo!
Oh, hi, Dave.
hello, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad. I'm just thinking, actually, the last couple of weeks we haven't had an actual jingle song.
No, you've not asked me to do one.
No.
And I've been writing them, and Geraldine's been practicing her vocals, and we've just not been able to do it.
I must mean you're extra prepared this week, then.
Yeah, something like that. Are you ready then?
Go on, him.
Because last week I tried ending on a jingle, and you kept interrupting me with your f***ing jingles. Oh, I swore. So here we got. Here we are. It's time for the quiz. We've got 3 friends and 2 hosts. Here's Geraldine and Dave. Example given: elephant and giraffe.
Yeah, that's right. We got 3 friends.
Woo!
So that's our jingle. So
I like that.
looking around the room, we've got a returning celebrity mystery guest. I don't know who he's going to be this week. So, mystery guest, reveal yourself.
Oh, I'm Trevor Feelgood, and I'm here by accident because for some reason I've got Steve Nightingale's computer and I got put into the call. It was very weird.
Well, that's because he told me he was going to show you some photos that he got off the internet that said that you would like of squirrels with tits.
Yeah, but now his laptop's been impounded.
It's nice to have Trevor Feelgood because, as we mentioned before, he is Kent's most available comedian.
I am. Anytime there's a podcast happening, I'm there straight away. Doesn't matter where I am in the world, I'll get to a podcast.
Oh, I bet
Don't you put yourself down. We all know who Kent's most available comedian is, but we're not going to joke about that right now.
Yeah, don't put yourself down. Let us do it.
What I was doing was I was making some things for our thing we do on a Wednesday about my brother who is now having a baby, and I was making graphics that say his balls work. That's what I was doing when I came on. So I am busy, but not in the proper sense.
What am I picturing? Like Nick Park kind of style animation, like you're remaking Wallace and Gromit with massive flaps and balls.
do.
You know we don't have that budget.
Gromit, we've got the wrong balls.
These ones work.
It's the wrong baby.
What do you mean?
Can't put the wrong balls, Gromit.
Oh, a close shave. Wallace and Gromit, everyone. Taking it back to 1995.
Oh, dear.
Right. Well, we've got 2 other guests on as well. They're our regular guests. Although normally I'll get DJ Critters to introduce himself first. But this week we're going to go to the one without glasses on. And I want you to introduce yourself and tell us Well, you weren't here last week, and Geraldine had to be part of the quiz.
Oh, I had a gig. That was it. Geraldine was part of the quiz.
Yeah, I'm glad you listened back to the podcast.
I listened to it. It's had technical difficulties. I listened to the opening 10 minutes. It was brilliant.
Or the bit that I do the introduction in.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought well, the Mark's introductions, right, are bar none. If you want to get someone to do your introductions, get in Gridland.
Introduce yourself, please, contestant. That's you, AMJ. Don't take a swig when you're meant to be introduced.
Sorry, I thought you'd gone to Gridland then. Hello, my name's Adam, and for a short period of time, I worked in Waitrose, and I bought a whole chicken for 20p in the sale bin, and yeah, that was a good time. A year ago today, eh?
Thank you very much, AMJ. Mark Cridland, introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, so I'm producer Mark, and I'm going to go along AMJ's lines here and go, for a short period of time, I was a security guard until I fell asleep.
Is that a true story?
It is.
Oh.
It all makes sense now.
Was it on the night shift or the day shift?
It was a night shift, so I was very tired. I was only 18 at the time, so, you know.
You should have been full of spunk, just like Trevor's. Right, let's move on with the quiz.
But his brother's balls aren't anymore.
They're not my balls. It's my brother's balls. Let's just make it weird, shall we?
Yeah. Let it be said that Trevor's balls are still filled with spunk.
His balls are emptied in his wife's vagina, and now they're making a baby. Dooby-dooby-doo. Thanks, MJ.
Anytime.
So, let's start with the quiz. We're going to start with DJ Critters.
Ooh.
Then we go to MJ, and then we go to our favouriteest friend, Trevor Feelgood. So, DJ Critters, how far can a pumping human heart squirt blood?
Ooh. I'm gonna say, what do you want it in? Meters, feet, centimeters? What do you want?
Preferably feet.
Feet. I'm gonna go with 20 feet.
20 feet. Hey, MJ, how far can the human pumping heart squirt blood?
21 feet.
I also like to live dangerously. Trevor Feelgood, how far can a pumping human heart squirt blood?
What is this if you went to Bupa or the NHS? 'Cause I'm thinking Bupa probably like as far as a car park. Over that far.
It'd be like a Disneyland fountain if you went to Bupa.
I won't lie, it's not the kind of question I've ever been asked before.
Well, welcome to our little Living the Dream almost live podcast. So what about we're doing NHS? We'll go NHS, Trev. We've got questions, answers.
20 feet.
That's what I said.
I'm afraid Mark Cridland and Trevor Feelgood, you both said the same answer. And I'm going to give AMJ 5 bonus points because he was closest. It's 30 feet.
Oh, wow.
And I found that out when
I saw what Mark said. I still said the same as him.
And we found that out with a bit of research. Clayton Crocodile stabbed someone because they didn't pay up for their fees.
Thank you very much, Jodie. This question is going to AMJ. This is if you've got pussy cats, put your hands over their ears. In Asia, how many cats are eaten every year?
Keep it light. In Asia, how many cats are eaten every year? Like, where'd you get a statistic for this?
You don't get this on the chase, do you?
No, you don't get brand new balls. Oh, how many dogs are eaten every week in Asia?
It's every cat and every year.
Every year. Well, I honestly, I think that eating animals is wrong, and especially cats because they're cute ones. I'm gonna go with 40,000. 40,000 cats are eaten every year.
Thank you, AMJ. Trevor Feelgood, how many cats are eaten in Asia every year?
I think 9, but then it's fine because then they just regenerate into another one.
Do that.
Every 9th cat. DJ Critters. How many cats are eaten every year in Asia?
I'm going to go with none. None at all.
I'm afraid AMG again gets the bonus points. He's closest. It's 4 million.
What?
4 million
What?
octopuses are put in the wok. And they are going meow, meow, meow. And it reminds them of their former communist leader, Chairman Meow.
Anyone listening now, please take a minute to think of that heartbreaking image you've now got in your head.
Dave, did you just do that question just to do that joke at the end?
No.
Yes, you did.
Trevor Feelgood.
Okay.
What was John Cleese's real surname?
Cheese Gromit.
He's jumped straight.
It's a big shame.
DJ Critters. What was John Cleese's surname before he changed it for fame?
Johnson.
John Johnson.
I think his name was John Johnson.
Yep. Yeah, and that's why he changed it, because it sounded stupid.
John Johnson. Fair enough.
I used to work with someone called Stephen Stevenson.
AMJ, what was John Cleese's surname before he changed it?
I'm going to go with John Crackers.
Oh, like Ritz cheesy crackers.
Exactly, the very same.
Trevor Feelgood gets 28 points because he got it bang on, and he done a great call back to Wallace and Gromit. Although I don't think we was recording when we was talking about Wallace and Gromit, so who knows? And it looks like DJ Critters has fallen asleep, so we best hurry up.
Right, okay.
We'll get cool in that.
You get a bonus point for being amusing.
Oh, thank you.
That didn't sound sincere. You just lost all your points. You're ungrateful. Right, moving on to the next question.
Hey, Geraldine, what was the name of the last private resident who lived at 10 Downing Street? I only want his surname. Would you like a list, a multiple choice?
I already know.
Oh, DJ Critters, would you like multiple choice?
I think so. Yeah. Give us a multiple choice, because I don't know this.
Is it Mr. Cow, Mr. Chicken, Mr. Horse, or Mr. Cat?
I'm gonna go Mr. Horse.
Hey, Jay, same question to you, but no multiple choice. The last private resident at 10 Downing Street was who?
Well, obviously, it's not going to be what I thought it was, because now we've got the farmyard animals and not actual prime ministers. Mr. Spoon, there it is, Mr. Spoon.
That's very brave, considering that was not one of the multiple choices given to DJ Critters.
Exactly. I realised my mistake seconds afterwards. Oh.
You've really laid your balls on the table there. Right,
I have indeed.
Who was the last private resident of 10 Downing Street?
I'm not sure about the multiple choice answers because I don't like lists. I think it was. I think it was the cat. It was Larry the cat.
Oh, Geraldine, what's the answer?
I'm afraid you're wrong, Trevor Feelgood, and so are you, AMJ. DJ Critters, though, was bang on the money for 52 points.
Woo!
Oh.
AMJ, I love the way how you said, I know the answer, and you disregarded all the multiple choice questions and answers, and that was really bold and strategic of you, so you got yourself 1,000 points.
I just assumed it was going to be a human, but thank you guys. Thank you for the 1,000 points.
That's okay. And Trevor Feelgood, I liked your joke about not being on a list. So I'm going to give you 1,002 points.
Yes. And can it be removed from everyone's memory, please, as well? That would be very helpful.
It's only July, Trev. It's only July.
What was that? You got rang up, Adam. You're not on the list, mate. Thank God.
I know someone who can put you on the list. I got them to put Trevor on it for me. He's a horny bugger.
Oh, right, AMJ.
Oh.
Here's the next question. What is Michael J. Fox's middle name?
Is it something ridiculous like J? Or like Homer J. Simpson? Yeah, it's Michael J. Fox.
Thanks very much.
Isn't it?
Trevor Feelgood. Oh, I don't know. Geraldine knows the answers. I don't. Trevor Feelgood. What is Michael J. Fox's middle name?
Jacobean. Michael Jacobean Fox. I know it's wrong. I thought I'd have a punt. I said punt.
I like Jacobean though. That's a great name.
It is.
Like,
There's
our kids
and Shakespeare had a lot of Jacobean plays. DJ Critters.
Now this is a
What is
trick
Michael
question.
J. Fox's middle name?
It's a trick question because his middle name is actually Andrew.
Ah, well done, DJ Critters. He's on the money again. He gives himself 5 points. However, I also like Trevor Feelgood's cheeky little smile when he said Jacobean. Because he thought, and then he said punt. And he said, no, I said punt, not punt. And so he gets 26,000 points for that. And AMJ, I can see a bit of your leg. You got yourself 5 bonus points. You sexy beast. Oh, and a toe. Well, screw me with a fork and call me Beatrice.
That
You
was
got
in his
yourself
toe.
22 points.
Okay, we're going to the last question of the night, and this is quite fitting for our guest, Trevor. How many Trevors were born in the UK in 2011?
I'm just counting. Right. 20,000.
20,000, okay. DJ Critters, how many children were pulled? Oh, were pulled? This is the wrong radio show. You need BBC in the 70s for that, allegedly. How many children are called Trevor? Or how many children were born, I should say, and called Trevor? How many Trevors were born in 2011?
I'm going to say it's a stupid name, and I'm going to say no more than 500.
Okay. AMJ, you man of many talents, the man of wonder, the man who's scream if you want to go faster attitude. How many Trevors were born in the UK in 2011?
Do you know what, though? I was thinking of it. It's not a very baby name, is it? You don't look at the baby. Look at little baby Trevor. It's up there with baby Nigel. I don't think there was any baby Trevors born. Not a single Trevor that year. Sorry, Trev.
Believe it or not, AMJ is the closest. There were only 13. Unlucky for some, unlucky for all of you, because none of you got the right answer. Would you like to know how you're all done in the quiz?
Yes.
Yeah. There's only one Trevor Feelgood.
Thank Christ for that. So I don't get mistaken when I want my booty call from Trev. That's how the thing. I'm convinced he's learned how to breathe through his ears. The amount of time he can stay between my legs, I tell you.
Oh
dear, that's the sort of noise I make. People
That
make
did not sound sexy.
people make it. So in last place is DJ Critters, even though he got the most answers correct. I don't like him today. AJ, you come a valiant second, but the winner is Trevor Feelgood. You can start calling yourself 3 trophies, Trev, now.
Yes. Give me a trophy.
It's not fair.
Trev, what are you going to do with your prize money?
I'm going to exchange it for Woolworths vouchers.
And
then pretend that I won the mimic battle when I bloody should have done. Mine was the best.
Yeah, well,
I don't think you were. You had far too many clothes on to win.
I didn't think that was. I didn't think that was a reason for winning. Was the amount of clothes had gone.
Paul Tingy done a James Corden and just whipped his top off and wobbled his fat belly about. He went full Corden and it worked.
Shaved down his trousers.
There's nothing down his trousers apart from his penis. Right, Trevor Feelgood, have you got any words of advice for our listeners?
Yes. If you're on your laptop and you get a call that you shouldn't be on, don't answer it.
Thank you very much. We're glad you did tonight, though.
We are.
Appreciate it. Well done for winning. You've won 25 bonus points for the next time you're on the quiz.
Yeah, which probably will be next week.
Depends if we
never know.
Remove you from the chat.
I'm not in next week. I'm gigging.
Next week we actually have Sarah Mills. So, there we go.
Excellent. I'm just keeping a tally.
DJ Critters, shut up. I'm not finished yet. DJ Critters, have you got any advice for our listeners this week?
Don't lick lampposts.
Okay, sound advice. AMJ, any advice for our listeners?
Yeah. Sometimes in the darkest of all our life, we find a part of ourselves that we can't understand or hold on to. And that is the time you need to look inside yourself and find the person you truly are. You only get one life, and it's a beautiful life. Hold on to it, nurture it, love it. Add water to yourself every day. Grow. Be the best human you can be. And remember, please order some mail order toast. They have been on at me all fucking week about this bloody mail order toast. Get some mail order toast in. And remember, I'm watching you.
I wish you were watching me and Trev last night. That's the real reason he's on this week. I just needed to see his fruity eyes again. Handsome little bastard.
You know, I thought we was listening to the Radio 2 breakfast show with the vicar on.
The thought of the day.
Thought of the day, yeah.
It's not the breakfast show, it's the early breakfast show, which is hosted by Nicky Chapman. And then sometimes Vanessa Phelps does it, and they have a lovely little chat. And sometimes it's not a vicar, sometimes it's a rabbi. It could be any of the religious followings.
You're only ever a Scientologist, or?
Tom Cruise has been interviewed before.
Has he? What did he say?
He said, "Woo!"
Is that what Tom Cruise said? So tell me you got a new film out. Woo!
Oh dear. You know, right, I'm keeping a tally this time. This time I'm keeping a tally on our quiz wins. So far, Geraldine has won once and the guests have won twice. Me and AMJ haven't won at all yet so far, so we got to up our game.
What do you mean since we've been called Living the Dream?
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say, 'cause you've both won previously in don't fuck me about.
Yeah, on previous seasons, but yeah, this whole new one with us being now called Living the Dream, yeah, that's the score so far. So we need to try and win.
Well, if you tickle my fancy enough, I'll make sure you win, boys.
Did you what?
Tickle my fancy. You know exactly what to tickle, Trev. That's why you won tonight. His first win. Congratulations, Trevor Feelgood.
Yeah. So before you go, Trev, have you got any shows you want to promote while you're here?
I have, but it's on Friday after this is out, so I won't work. And where is it? At the
Yellow Stops in Sittingbourne.
Yes, come to that in the past.
Did it go well last night?
It was really good. I didn't die on my arse or anything or get done by hecklers.
It's bound to happen one day. Well done, Pet.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming, Trev. You've been awesome. A great stand-in, as usual.
For who? Who was this week? Who was it?
There are 4 people who turned us down because they ended up getting paid work. So thanks for being available once again, Trev.
That just makes me feel worse.
We're all here, Trev. We're all here.
There are 2 who are unavailable for paid work. One was taking their grandchild to cricket, and another one just never got back to me, the bastard.
Grandchild to cricket? That's the worst excuse I've ever heard.
What evil person would do that?
I'll give you a clue. It's his birthday.
Oh. We've been done by 8:30. Like, what would be the point if we don't? Won't be able to see the ball.
Glow in the dark.
It's always his birthday. Oh.
It is.
The fact that Trev's just cottoned on to who we're talking about.
I know it was. Probably going out with a girl called Fishy.
I've got a bit of advice for the listeners as well this week.
Ooh.
Pay your loan sharks or lose your kneecaps. Or we'll experiment to see how far blood can squirt out of a finger by using a cigar cutter. Bye, you bastards!
And
Bye-bye, everyone.
on that note, we'll be back next week.
That's the Radio 2 version without the vicar. Is that when they get Ray Winston in?
Yeah.
Can we get Ray
Look after
Winston
your
on it?
fucking shit.
Look after yourselves, you fucking slags.
Musical Insights.